Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of gold has moved in the last week and how the price of gold can move in the next week. If you look at the chart of gold, what you have seen, there is a continuous downfall, and this downfall has come after making a high of $2072. Okay, after that we have seen there is a continuous downfall. Okay, and this downfall is moving in a descending order but in a particular range. Okay, so what we can see looking at this chart for the next week, before we move forward, as I've already explained you in my previous video that there was high chances that the price of gold can move further down, because overall trend showing that the possibility of moving further down is very high. As we know that today it is around trading at $1689.72, has moved around minus 9.70, which is around 0.57%. Since yesterday the gold price has moved down. Before we move forward and explain you how it can move in the next week, if you have any doubt, mail me at stockmarkettradinglive@gmail.com and one more mail ID in the description. Please watch the full video so you understand how this technical work in gold, and a telegram link also I have given in the description. You can join that too. Now look at the chart. See, I was continuously telling you that there is a possibility that it can come down. Okay, and it is moving in a particular zone but in a downtrend. Okay, with a strong support, I have told you that there is a possibility that 1679 and 1681, these are the two supports which is already being tested here. So probability is high. We can see if the price comes close to this level, we can see it can fall further low and can go and touch a level of around $1673, and from there we can see it can move further down because all these levels are being tested here. So probability is very high. We can see it can go further down, and a probability of touching 1659 is there, and from there we can see it can move further down if the price didn't sustain this particular level also. Okay, so now suppose if the price didn't sustain this particular level, I'll explain you the downside before, because there is a higher probability that it can move further down. Suppose if this particular level didn't sustain, what we can see, if this particular level didn't sustain, the price of gold can come again to a level of $1679.26. Okay, and if this level goes further down, then we can see it can touch a level of $1676. This is the particular support which is already being tested here. So probability is very high. We can see it can go further low towards a level of $1668. Okay, and if the price fall below this particular level, then we can see it can touch a level of $1656. Okay, and suppose if the price fall below this particular level, then there is a higher probability that we can see it can move further low towards a level of 1625, and from there we can see if this level also didn't sustain, then the strong support coming at around 1612. Okay, so once the price fall below this particular 1612, from 1612 we can see a bounce back towards an upside, or we can see a bounce back from a level of 1645. Okay, these are the two levels. From there we can see a bounce back, because and a next resistance we can see coming at a very close to these levels, that is 1657 and a level of 1670 if the price fall below this particular level. Okay, so from 1612 we can see a bounce back towards an upside, but a strong support is strong resistance at 1643. We can see again it can fall, and if it goes below a level of 1612, then we can see it can go and further down towards a level of 1594. And once the price fall below this particular level, then there is a high probability that we can see it can move further low and can touch a level of around 1559 also, once the price fall below this particular level, and can go move further down. Okay, but it has to sustain below a level of 1560, then only we can see it can move further down. So if you have to understand that the market is uncertain. Okay, as we know that the CPI data has come yesterday, which fall around 5% or 1 to 5% of Nasdaq has moved sharply downside. Okay, and most of the stocks have moved downside. Okay, now suppose if the price sustain this particular level, what we can see. Okay, suppose if the price sustain this particular level, or if this support stand, that means if support form a swing at this particular level, we can see it can move further upside and can touch a level of $1696.12. Okay, and if that level goes upside, then we can see it can go further high towards a level of $1708. Okay, and suppose if the price move above that level, then there is a higher probability that we can move further upside to $1723, and from there we can see it can go further high and can touch a level of around $1739.37. Okay, so once the price move above this particular level, then there is a higher probability that we can see it can touch a level of $1751, and from there we can see it can go further high and can touch a level of $1765. Okay, so once the price move above that level, then there is a probability that it can go further upside and can touch a level of $1787, and from there we can see it can go further upside, and a probability is there we can see it can move further higher towards a level of around $1799. Okay, suppose if the price move above that level, then there is a probability that we can see it can go further upside towards a level of 1807. All these levels are mostly resistance which is already being tested here, and a weak resistance, so probability is high we can see it can move further upside, because the end, if it goes above a level of around, you can say 1740, then there is a probability that cup pattern will form, and a probability of moving further upside is very high. So if the price goes above a level of 1807, I'll make another video, or you can check my monthly video where I'll explain where it can move upside. Okay, so hope you like the video, and if any doubt you can mail me. I've given the mail ID in the description. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe it. Thank you.